So Skyler Varga, outside hitter from opposite hitter from Long Beach State, the redshirt junior from Munster, Saskatchewan, Canada. Um, Looking back on 2024, your beach team finished with the conference regular season title and their third straight Big West Volleyball Championship, doing it in Oahu. Battled your way through the NCAA championship match. Can you share your thoughts after reflecting on the 2024 season?
Yeah, I thought it was a great season for us. We made big strides. We obviously won the Big West Conference and finished second against UCLA in that final. I thought it was a super competitive year. I thought our team did great. Would have loved to come out with that national championship, but I guess it just doesn't work that way sometimes. And we're really looking forward to this upcoming season. We got a lot of depth on our team, and trying to run it back again this year and come back with a national championship. So,
well, you actually bring up an interesting point because most teams have to rebuild. It seems like Long Beach State reloads, and last season actually showed that because you had some injuries here and there, and Al was able to just plug and play some pieces, and they were just as successful as other lineups. Can you comment on the teams that in the different combos and lineups that he brought in last year?
Yeah, last year we had a ton of depth. We had a lot of guys on our roster, but that also came with having a lot of guys that could fill in a lot of roles, and we did see it a lot last year. We had Nathan Harlan coming in a lot, and we kind of had like a 3 outside hitter rotation, which worked well in our favor. And that's just the thing about Long Beach is we have a lot of depth, and we can just put in guys wherever we need them. Where we have a lot of versatile guys that can do whatever job they're needed, and a lot of role clarity in that sense. So it was great having like so much depth last year and being able to place guys in wherever we needed them.
Excellent. Well, now you're coming into this 2025 season. You've got some powerful performers back. That include yourself and All-American outside Soto Shapanis or Sotiris, if you want to get technical on it, and then a Big West All-Freshman team middle, Lazar Buchkov. What expectations do you have for yourself and these other guys that were key pieces of last year?
Yeah, I think, we lost a lot of guys last year, a lot of our starting lineup, but again, like with Sotos and Lazar, seeing a lot of the court time last year, it's another year for us to gain that experience. So we also lost a lot of leaders from last year. Obviously, we graduated I think 8 guys, and it was a lot of our a lot of our leaders on our team. So what I expect from us 3, especially on the court, is to lead our team. And I think definitely with our personalities on the court and how close we are, I think that's definitely doable and something that'll just keep us closer on court, whatever off the court, leading our new guys that we brought in. So I think us 3, especially us 3, it's going to be a great group of guys for sure.
Now, I know this last summer you got to wear the maple leaf of Volleyball Canada. Can you talk about your experience and what competitions you're jumping in for our viewers and listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got selected for our men's national team. I was on the long list VNL roster, and I got selected for the Olympic long roster as well. I was able to train with our A team for quite a while, but I went down to the senior B team to do some competition. We played a Pan Am Cup in the Dominican, and then near the end of the summer, played the Norseca Final 6 where we placed second. We lost to the USA, unfortunately. And then in that Pan Am Cup in the Dominican, we won that competition and actually beat the US. So we had a matchup in the finals for both of those tournaments. It was super fun knowing a lot of those guys playing on the team. It was super competitive, so it was great coming out with win that first tournament, but sucked having to come back to the US having a silver medal, which was still super fun, but would have loved to come out with a gold medal.
Of course, you always got to aim for the top.
Absolutely.
Well, Skyler, that's an incredible experience, especially if there are people who are familiar with playing international volleyball. I mean, it's the best in the world, and you're being pushed to the extreme limits and more. But what do you bring back from your summer experience to the 2025 beach team?
Yeah, playing international volleyball, you see a lot of that consistency, no matter what it is, if it's ripping your serve or like consistent serve, receive, setting, all aspects of the game. And you see a lot of competitive guys who try to push their teammates and lead them. And it was kind of just like me experiencing that. I'm able to bring that back here. And by seeing that high level of volleyball coming back here, I'm able to try and replicate it a little bit. Obviously, I still have some time to go before being elite at that international level. But yeah, experiencing that is really helping me bring back to our team. And then the leadership that I saw at that international competition, that's another big thing that I'm trying to replicate and bring back to the beach. So.
Well, on the international note, you bring in some youngsters, as always, as do all teams do, because that's just par for the course. But you bring in a name who also has got some international senior national team experience, and that would be Moni Nikolov. But I wanted to have you talk about him and the other new guys that are coming in.
Yeah. So we have, Moni. He's a super physical guy, just like his brother. Obviously, a lot of people know Alex. And when you think of Moni, it's Alex, but in the setting position. He's a super physical guy, got a crazy arm, super creative, high IQ for the game, but he also sets the ball right. So it's the best of both worlds. He's super physical, and that's exactly what we need as a setter. And we also have another Canadian opposite, Daniil Hirshnovich. He's absolutely crushing it on the opposite. He was also on the national team this summer. And then we also brought in two freshman liberos who are competing for that libero spot, and they're absolutely great. They're maybe not as versed in international competition as Moni or Daniil, but they're competing as hard as they can, and they still bring in a lot of talent, a lot of skill, and a lot of leadership for how young they are. So yeah, we have a super diverse team in that sense, and I'm really looking forward to playing with these guys.
Really cool. Well, it's interesting because I know you guys start off with the North American Challenge, means you have to play against your fellow countrymen right out the gate. You're going to be talking a little chirpiness across the net with your fellow teammates there up there?
Yeah, I might have to. I know we're bringing in the University of Saskatchewan, which is where I transferred from. So I know a lot of those guys and played a lot of years of volleyball with them. So I guess we'll have to see what goes on court. I'll leave it to the playing. I'm not really too much of a trash talker, but I might have to throw something in if the game.
At least hook them up with a beach T-shirt at the end, or
throw them something nice at the end for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the rest of your schedule and perusing what Alice set up for you in 2025. The beach has one of the most diverse schedules. They look at teams from the NEC or the Northeast Conference, EIVA, MPSF, MEVA, even have some Conference Carolina teams on there. What are your thoughts on playing such a diverse schedule?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's hard when you play similar teams over and over again. You don't get to see the variety of volleyball, and I think it's great that we have a super diverse schedule, going all over the country, seeing a bunch of different teams. I think it's going to prepare us in the best way possible for the national championship.
Super cool. And then, of course, there's the Big West, and all too familiar with that. Just how would you best describe the Big West to someone who's not really familiar with the conference competition-wise?
Yeah, it's hard to put one word onto it, but I would just say, I'd say competitive. You don't know what's going to happen each night. There's a lot of talent in the Big West, and anything can go anybody's way each night. No one's guaranteed a game, and yeah, it's full fists out every single night, and that's what I kind of love about the Big West is you have to work hard every night to get a win, and it's just all around making us all better volleyball players, and I think that's the great thing about the Big West. So.
Oh, spot on. And finally, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Is there a particular matchup that you will be looking forward to in 2025?
Yeah, I look forward to all matches. Obviously, the ones in the pyramid is what I'm looking for. When we sell out those crowds, the pyramid's the best place to be in volleyball. I think it's an incredible environment. It's like a gym like no other. So anytime we can sell out the pyramid and bring as many fans in as possible, that's what I'm looking forward to for sure.
That's right. The Skyler Varga posse is getting bigger than the Soto's Chapani's posse. So that means it's a doubly filled pyramid.
Absolutely. I love to see it.
All right, Skyler, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for hanging with me today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.